everyone. We have the beautiful Nicole and talented Nicole Shores here, and she is going to
Hi.
help us channel Hulk Hogan with the assistance of my little boy on the other side, Eric Mentus. Hi, Eric. I love you.
He's saying, "Hi, Mom." He goes, "Hey, how are you?" Yes. He's such a character.
Muscle. All right, so
Yes.
let's talk about Hulk. His real name is Terry Gene Bollea. He was born 1953, died 2025, quite recently, better known by his ring name Hulk Hogan. He was an American professional wrestler with the World Wrestling Foundation, now WWE, and the World Championship Wrestling, blah, blah, blah. He was known for his flamboyance, massive physique, and his trademark blonde horseshoe mustache and bandanas. He was widely regarded as one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all times and one of the most recognized wrestling stars worldwide. He died from a cardiac arrest at his home in Clearwater, Florida, July 24th, 71 years old. 1 year older than me. I got one foot in the grave and one on the banana peel. All these people dying that are about my age. All right, so do you have him here, Nicole?
I do. He goes, "You're not ready." He goes, "No, no, you have so much time, Lisa."
Okay.
Um, he is here with Eric, actually. It's funny because he loves to you know, the theatrics behind everything. So they both are like dressed up as they have matching bandanas.
Oh,
So
that's
they're
so
just so
funny.
funny.
Oh gosh, what a pair. I can only imagine. All right, so if you guys want to find out, and you'll see Nicole at work here, if you want to find out more about her or book sessions or do ask Eric questions with her, then all you have to do is check out the link below in the description box, and we're going to have the link on the screen too if it hasn't already been there. Now, so can we ask you some questions, Mr. Hogan?
He says, "Yep, sure, I'm an open book."
What do you want me to call you?
He says, "You can call me whatever you want.
Terry, Hulk, Hogan? Um,
Whatever you want." He goes, "Hulk Hogan, Hulk, whatever you
okay,
want
I'll call you
to
Hulk.
call me." He
That's
says, "You
good.
don't have to be so formal."
Oh, that's so sweet. So, first question from our community is, were you surprised by your passing? Was it a shock to you?
He's saying yes, and he's like partially. He's saying it wasn't an ultimate shock just because he's showing me like a surgical room. He underwent something and he was having multiple complications arise from that, he's showing me. But
Surgery?
yes, he had some kind of surgery that um, multiple complications stem from that, which he's saying led to his passing. So
Oh,
that's kind of how he viewed as a sudden shock, but he realized it was a soul contract
okay.
and he knew he wasn't gonna live, and he knew he wasn't gonna have um, old age on his side. He's showing me he knew he wasn't going to live to 80, 90.
Okay.
He knew he was going to die young.
All right. Did any steroid use accelerate your passing? Did you take steroids to get that big? No
He's
judgment
saying
here.
he's saying he did at a point. He didn't always take them.
Okay.
The media kind of out
Blue,
blew something, but there's other things that he took that helped build muscle as well. It wasn't just
like carnitine
uh
or whatever you call it. Okay. Different stuff.
yeah, but he says he did dabble in it. He goes, "How could you not if the results were, he wanted to
Yeah,
he's showing
sure.
me I wanted to get big."
Of course. Did your passing have anything to do with all of the surgical procedures you had endured and the wear and tear on your body? I guess that's a yes. What kind of surgery did you have? What kind of surgeries? Was it mostly like joints and stuff, or heart
He goes, "You
surgery?
name it." He goes, he goes, I mean, he goes, 71. I didn't really look 71, in my eyes. He had a lot of plastic surgery, he had a lot of lifts,
Okay.
facelifts. He had a lot of, he's showing me joint fusions.
Okay. Oh,
Um, like spinal. He says he broke so many bones.
Oh, yeah,
He
I
broke so
bet.
many like vertebrae, herniated discs. He's saying,
Oh,
but there's multiple where they had to go back, if they tried to fix it, they had to go back and fuse it because that's the end game.
yeah,
Because, if they couldn't repair
yeah.
with your own body, he's saying. But between all of that, yes, that's what kind of led to it. I didn't treat my body with the respect that I should have, he's saying.
All right. Somebody wants to know, did you feel your heart attack and did that make you scared? Or were you just relieved that you were going to transition?
He's saying a little bit of both. At the time, he wasn't ready to pass, but when he knew it was happening, he kind of accepted it. He felt like he left a lot of things unsaid with some family members.
Okay.
I feel like he showed me his daughter. And that's some things, but he was always close with them until I guess something happened, but he's been with her ever since. And he's saying it's funny that because I before this did some automatic writing. I said, okay, well, you come through. What do you want to say? He goes, well, it's no coincidence that I chose you to do my interview because as an occupational therapist, I guess, was by his side at the end.
Oh,
And so I went to school for that. And he says um,
cool.
that he had so much respect for the profession and the medical professionals that kind of helped him. He would have died a lot sooner if it wasn't for all these therapies and
Oh,
um, at home bedside care, he says.
wow. Your body must have been a mess. Now, why do they say death
So
comes
it was.
in threes? I mean, is it true like Ozzy Osbourne, Michael J. Jamal Warner, and you passed around the same time? Any connection? And also, when you appeared to my atheist father, Erik, and sat in his lap as it turned into your child self, you whispered in his ears, things come in threes. What is all that about in both of these cases? Erik, you're probably gonna have to answer this. I don't know.
They're both coming in. Eric saying, the universal language is numbers. And so when I feel he says he has a soul contract with Nicholas Tesla that had the 369 method.
Oh,
And so
okay.
that comes, and so
Oh,
you have as well, he says. And so that's something too. And it's a lot of things do come in threes, and it's kind of a universal superstition as well, because if you're going to put it out there, it's going to happen.
yeah.
But you can say somebody else is going to happen because people are passing away. Uh, he goes left and right lately. He goes,
Yeah,
and
that's
they're not,
weird.
he goes, they're not done. So it's like, it's the threes are going to keep coming. And he goes, and then it might be, well, three more. But ultimately, it's just because people like to see a pattern
Oh,
and
yeah.
people like to recognize it and form that kind of connection.
Three is a powerful
Um,
number. Three, double it is six, and triple it is nine.
mhm.
And that's the big number for manifestation. So, what was your WWF like during all the wild days of wrestling? And do you think that most of the wrestlers did used drugs and steroids in the ring?
They dabble. Most of them back when I was wrestling, he's showing me dabbled. Um, the newer ones, he says he can't call for because things have changed since years and years of studies, but he's saying it was crazy. It was like a free-for-all circus he's showing
Wow.
me.
In the ring, I bet it was crazy.
Yeah.
I think I watched you sometime. I didn't really know who you were, but I remember that face. I remember that mustache. So, who would be on your Mount Rushmore of wrestling? What wrestler would you put up there? I say you.
He's showing me people back in his day. Macho Man. I that he's
Okay.
just showing that his pet name. I don't know. He's not telling me his real name.
That's okay.
And
You know how names work.
um Andre the Giant,
Okay.
he goes,
No, you wouldn't put yourself up there?
I mean, I'm already included.
Okay, good. All right. We'll have to have three, a big mountain then. All right. What wrestler made you laugh the most? That's an odd question. Kind of cool.
He's showing me somebody with purple. I say Macho Man.
Okay.
Yeah, he's saying because he kept him on his toes. They had they didn't always get along. They're friends now in the afterlife, but he
Oh,
always struck his ego, he said.
okay. Are you going to wrestle in heaven? Wrestle Eric. That'd be an easy one.
He goes, "Oh, I have already wrestled." He it's like he's showing me like a ring in the clouds, but he goes, "It's just but no one can feel the pain. It's like no one gets hurt. It's all fun and games. No one's
Oh, yeah.
throwing chairs or anything,
Yeah. Oh, no.
bashing each other's heads in."
Okay. So, how did pro wrestling tie into your life purpose? Or did it, for that matter?
He's showing me that he came from a small town and he would always wrestle, I guess, with the siblings, but wrestling wasn't really a passion of his until he got older. He's showing me he liked music and he was really strong um musician, and he's showing me the guitar because it's so funny. Erik has the ukulele still. So
Oh,
but he showed me he was really talented at that, and somebody introduced him to wrestling, and then it just took off from there.
okay. Did you ever watch UFC, one of the very first MMA tournaments? And if so, what did you think about it?
He's saying yes. He's saying it's a lot different than wrestling.
Probably easier to get hurt, maybe.
He said it was like martial arts ballet kind of. It was kind
Okay.
of synchronized in a way where you had a strategic, where wrestling was just kind of like, let me body slam you
Yeah.
rather than let me hit you where it hurt,
Oh,
even though you
yeah.
did.
Yeah, it's different. So what do you think about things like chair shots, anything that could cause CTE from chronic head bashes? Did that happen in the ring?
Yes.
Oh
He's
God.
saying, oh yeah.
What do you think about
Um,
that now? Chair shots and things that cause chronic trunk.
there's things that we should have not to, a lot of things were theatrics though. So some things that were broken up on people. He's showing me there was an agreement prior. So it's like
Okay.
even if someone, they were like, he say they agreed to, yeah, I don't mind if you do that to me. It wasn't just like a malicious thing.
Okay.
But he said I mean, we all were forceful men, so you
Yeah.
did suffer the consequences if you got hit in the
All
wrong spot.
right, let's do a couple more and then we'll go to part two. So y'all first hit the subscribe button and then the like button, please, right now before you forget. Mama's gonna remind you. Now, there are many reports that you had a history of saying one particular racial slur, I can imagine, in particular, and that you were racist, and have since apologized for that in an interview stating you made it out of anger. Is this true? And do you regret any comments you may have made regarding the incident?
He's showing me, yes, it was true and he regrets it. He said something definitely out of anger, and it was his ego he's showing me. He said a lot of things
Human.
that he
Yeah.
was angry about, and so he said I would put people down in ways where I shouldn't have, in ways where they can't control who they are or where they come from,
Okay.
and learning from that in the afterlife that we choose who we want to be when we come down and that we're just one. He's showing me that there was a lot of lessons that needed to be learned from prior um
Lifetimes.
because she's shown me like a past life, like somebody, no, it was him, a past life in like Hitler's era. So it's like he needed to relearn something.
Oh, I see. So, yeah. So, were you a racist as Hulk Hogan? You're not now, obviously, but
No, he says I said something I shouldn't have said that was taking out of context, he said, in a way where one should never put anybody down, but it's not like it was any hate crime he's showing me.
okay.
So um he definitely regrets it, and
All right.
he wish he never would have done it, but he goes, I guess during his life review, he saw everything that
Okay.
needed to be done, how it hurt people, what happened.
Yeah. All right. Last question. Why did you say things like you were going to be the bassist for Metallica and other exaggerated things? Was you
Okay.
having fun, or was there something more going on?
Okay, so what's weird is one, he told me before this, he's with Ozzy.
Oh,
So he is, and he loved, like, he was such a big fan of Ozzy. But he started playing, he hacked my Spotify and started playing Metallica. And I'm not kidding. And then he
wow.
started playing War Pigs, the song with Ozzy Osbourne. And I was like, oh
Oh,
my goodness. And then it makes so much sense. But he's saying he felt he wanted to show me like musicians like that. He goes, I could have been like that,
yeah.
his
You said
ego.
you
But
liked music early on, so
he was a really
talented,
good
right?
guitar player. I don't know if he played.
Okay.
Um, he was in like a childhood band,
Wow.
never took off from there, but
Okay. That's very cool.
he was really that's why he kind of exaggerated, because he felt like he could
You could have.
be that one. He's like, I was
But
that good. I didn't, I chose a different passion, but he was
yeah,
very
having
egotistical.
fun. Yeah, it sounds like it. All right. Well, that's it for part one. You guys hit the notification bell so you don't miss part two, and check out Nicole Schwartz in the description box below. All right. Thank you guys.